All right, so it is the same day. It is now 12 in the afternoon now, though. So one of my grandma's, there's a car coming that way. Got the hat on. It is still the same day, March 12th, 12 o'clock in the afternoon now. So I fell asleep, woke up, and my grandma's going to Raleigh with my sister Ruby. So I was like, you know what? This might be a perfect opportunity for y'all to meet them. And I had to pull out the cap because I'm a little chopped. You know what I mean? And I just like the way that I look with the cap on. My bad. My bad. You know, this is probably going to be another video. This is going to be another video by itself. But the video y'all seen, it's still today, but it's at 1 in the morning. So it's March 12th, but that's like, or 4 in the morning, I mean. That's when it was. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Still not that proficient with the, math. Lock in, please. Cover the eyebrows a bit. When we cover the eyebrows, there's a bit of mystery behind them. Like, you can tell I got eyebrows, but it just looks a little better. It's raining. The mood is set. You know, maybe I can ask them if they want to set the phone up and we talk about stuff. In my sister's Jeep, maybe. I asked them, I was like, hey, can I go? My grandma, actually, let me break it up for you. My grandma called, beautiful, loving woman. She called me. She was like, hey, what are you doing? I said, just chilling with my Lamborghini and shit. Then she called me, answered the phone. She was like, have you eaten? I said, you already know, girl, this tummy is nice and full. She said, there's food here. I left it for you, but you never came to get it. So I was like, what's going on? Like, what do you mean? Why? Like, are you at work? Because it don't sound like factory equipment. Usually when she calls me, you can hear the factory stuff or like you can hear it just sounds like she's at work. And she was like, no, bye-bye. She was like, I left early today. I'm going to Raleigh to get some stuff figured out with like her papers for like her to travel or something like that, to go to Mexico and like, and that's like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's TMI, if that's too much information. I'll talk to my sister and, my grandma and see if they want to talk. If they even want to have the camera up like this, but I want you guys to meet them. I told y'all I want y'all to meet them. All right, because that's a big part of my family. That's a big part of me. I told y'all I grew up with all girls, okay? You can tell. Very emotional, right? Yes, it wore off on Sollracz. Maybe my sisters, they see the tough version of me, the nonchalant, but, behind closed doors, I'm a little crybaby, bro. I showed y'all that. Y'all seen it at the beginning. I can get emotional. Most guys aren't like that. Most dudes that I meet is a brother from another mother, but these dudes are cold-hearted. Ladies, get you a man that has only sisters. I'll leave a description. I'll link in the description. We got applications going, so go ahead and fill out the application. You single? My bad. But yeah, get you a man that only has, or maybe a man that has no siblings and he's by himself. I don't know. Maybe I'm one in a million. Looking ass. All right, but yeah. So you guys are gonna meet my grandma, meet my sister. Hopefully they say yeah. If they say no, then this is just gonna be it. And I'll post a small little clip, and then just know that that's where we went today. I'm off. I told y'all Thursday and yesterday, my first day. Y'all seen what happened? I don't even remember. You see? Short term, remember me lost looking at, Finding Dory or Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, looking ass. My bad, but yeah. I'll see y'all when we get there. I don't know if I'm a little late. Yeah, it was going good. I was at home, I got some sleep in, got some rest in. I look better with the hat on though. Like, look at the fade. Like, I look, don't I? Be honest though, hat or no hat. Cause like I'm telling you, it's the forehead. If you see people too, like, you gotta keep your forehead covered. Like, people with bangs and stuff, like, some people, they can have the forehead uncovered and it looks good. But, I think maybe as a baby, I wasn't picked up. Flat-headed ass, boy. Something right here in this area. But when I put the cap on with the, ski mask right here, I kind of look like, it's just enough to where the jawline is chiseled. Stop looking at me like that. All right, but yeah, I'll see y'all when we get there. This might be the end of the video. Oh my God, there's a sheriff right beside me. Didn't I tell y'all the cops are everywhere? I'm not lying. And the windows are tinted out. Arr, arr, arr. He can't even see. He don't even know I just did that. But he's right beside me, isn't he? Bro, but his windows are tinted too, bro. Look. Look. You see them? It's a sheriff. What does it say? Mecklenburg County Burger. What? Hold on, let me read that. Mecklenburg County. Mecklenburg County. I told y'all the tent. What am I gonna do now? Roll the windows down while it's raining? How you doing? How you doing? You know what I mean? He can't see in here. This is why I have it 5%. When the light turns green, I'm gonna let him go. And then hopefully he doesn't cause his lane is the only turn right lane. But on the way it's no turn on red. So he's just chilling right now. I'm a little scared. I'm gonna keep recording. I was gonna end it and then show y'all when we got to my grandma's house, and hopefully they want to record. This light's taking forever to turn green, but hopefully they want to get on video and because that's a big part. That's a big part of why I go to work. My sisters, my grandma's the main one at the beginning, because my sisters, man, they're goated. You don't understand how goated they are. Each one of them, bro. Each one of them are bosses in the making. Okay, it turned green. Yeah, you better turn right. Hey, hey. I've only been pulled over, I think, twice for my tent. And one time, the dude let me go. He pulled on the window. He was he pulled up right here. Right here. I remember like it was yesterday. He was like, you just about to turn 21? I was 20. I was like, yes, sir. I had my hands on the steering wheel. All the windows were down. I was like, yes, daddy, I'm about to be 21 here in a couple months. Please don't give me a ticket. And I winked at him like that. And he said, all right, get out of the car. I said, what? But lock in, bro. All right, I'm going to my grandma's. Let's see if they let us record. It might be a little awkward at first, but let's ease into it, okay? We don't gotta go so fast. Let's hopefully, yeah, Sollracz, let's get this video out. We want to be a part of your video. My grandma, and you're about to see how terrible my Spanish is. God, shit. But that's how you get better at it, doing it every day, okay? So that's why I've been going to my grandma, speaking a little Spanglish. Madre, ¿cómo se dice? Look at her. All right, I'll see y'all when I get there. Love y'all, bye. All right, so it is the next day, bruh. It's the 13th now. 3:46 in the morning. I woke up around 1. My grandma, she was shy, bro. She wanted to do it. She likes the idea of it. She asked me about the video, how the video's going. I was like, actually, let's record one. She was talking about, yeah, we can do it, this and that, and we were talking about Starbucks or something like that, going to get Starbucks. Mood changed a little bit. I had a little bit more energy, but keep in mind, I'm telling you, what's that noise? Oh, it's a truck beside me. But day by day, I tell you, you're not gonna get the full 100,000% super exaggerated Sollracz. But yeah, we're gonna try a different style now. She said she wants to do it, but give her time. She was like, I'm nervous. She was like, give it time. I'll give you a date and then we can do it. And I was like, because she was like, I just get scared because there's these people that I've seen on YouTube where they get pulled up on and somebody robs their house. And I was like, I'm not going to show their house. I was like, you're okay. I was like, you're good. My sister, she was like, let's do it. A little nervous. I seen it in her face. She was like, let's do it. I was like, come on, bruh. Because my sister wants to do videos too. Not in the same style that I'm doing. But she wants to get in and to grow her real estate. She does real estate. She wants to do some form of content, because that's just it. If you want to grow in anything now, even companies, big businesses, you gotta be on social media. But think about right now, there's a trend going around with Burger King, McDonald's, and the CEO. Basically, some CEO, I think it was the McDonald's CEO. He did a food review, and it looked like he didn't even want to eat the cheeseburger or something. That's 2026 March. That's what's trending on TikTok right now. You probably have no idea what I'm even talking about if you're watching this in the future. But as of today, there's a trend going around where the CEO of McDonald's looked like he didn't even want to touch the Like, he didn't want to touch the food. Like, it's like he barely, or just the way that the video was made. It's a meme going around. You know, memes come and go, and they're gone here today, gone tomorrow. Just like all of us, right? But, different style video. You guys are probably watching me work out right now. So, like, you're watching me do a set or something. But we're going to sit here and talk for a bit, you know. The sun will probably come out because I'll split the video up once I finish my workout and once I get out. But, so the mood might change. You'll see. But I have no idea what I was even just talking about. I just had a brain fart. But yeah, my grandma was a little nervous. She was shy and stuff, but I was telling her, like, through social media, not trying to peer pressure or another. She wanted to do it. She was just nervous. You know, it's like, think about presenting a project or something like that. I want you guys to see her, to meet her, because she's going to be a big part of my life and everything that I keep doing for YouTube. You see what I mean? That's what she doesn't know it yet, or she might, because I'll tell her how much I really appreciate seeing her, like, growing up, her working, everybody working in general, but her, even to this day, still going at it, even though she can quit. She could quit right now and somebody would take care of her. One of her kids, my uncles, aunts, or anything, me, man, you know, I will take care of that woman. Come on, lock in. But she has people there, but she's still waking up, going to work, because there's people that depend on her that shouldn't depend on her. Let's not put anybody's business out there, but let's lock in, okay? But yeah, man, she chooses to get up every day even though she doesn't need to. And, you know, God sees that. God has seen her life. I promise you she's gonna be okay. I'll tell her all the time. We'll go to the store together. You know, the price is a little, not even high. Not high for somebody like me. Somebody with her, because I told you at the factory she's at, she's not making as much. I probably said it through one of these videos, but she's not making anywhere near as much as the money that I've seen in my life. If you compare both of our lives in general together, my grandma's life and my life, I'm seeing a lot more money than she's probably ever seen in her entire life, just with the overtime that I'm working. You know, she dedicated her life to make sure that we were good. Everybody in our family almost in some way has, even the lazy people, you know, because look at them. I'm looking at, okay, yeah, I'm not going to be anything like you. No, my bad. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, I mean, she's a hard worker, bro, but eventually through time, give her time. You know, I didn't peer pressure her or nothing. I'm not ever going to, you know, take it there. But, I told her, I was like, it's okay. I was like, through time. She's like, she wants to. It's just she's scared. Because people, she's seen this video of this lady on YouTube where she got her house broken into and they stole everything from her and she doesn't want that, and because she thought we were going to go inside and record and stuff. I was like, no, I set my phone up in the car and stuff. She was like, okay. She was like, okay, give me a date. Like, I'll give you a date, she said, I think. She was like, I'll give you a date and then we can sit down and we can talk. And I'm like, because just to tell her side of the story, like any kind of story that she wants to tell, or just talk where me and her are interacting, and you'll see why I have the love for this woman, because she's just a good person, bro. And there's no such thing as good people. She's probably done wrong in her life, but I'm talking about the love that I see from her. There's a car coming right now. Hold on, let me look at it. All right, I basically took this off and I showed y'all the car coming directly here, but when I grabbed it like this, I guess my finger touched the stop record button and you couldn't see it. But yeah, somebody was literally facing directly right here. She's getting out of her truck right now, but they were just coming this way and they could see the light in the car. So, you know, people are nosy. Somewhere back here, this lady's parked. But let's go get in there and get this video done. Right now, you guys are probably watching me do some kind of chest workouts or anything, but I'm not really gonna. It's gonna be split up. You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about, but we're gonna be talking and working out at the same time, just doing some chest workouts and just to show you what I'm doing. You know, yeah. You'll see what I mean. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I'll be right back, but I'm still gonna be talking. Like, I'll be back talking about something else, but I'll be back. I don't know. Right now, you're watching it play out. Like, look, I'm doing some kind of workout, and my voice is overlaid. You see what I mean? I'm over explaining, but I see the vision. You're watching it. All right. Just got out of the gym. Holy, look at the sweat. Did my cardio. Burned 600 calories today. You can see the sweat all over this. I'm telling you right now, baby, mic is coming through this, so the audio might be a little different. It is 6 in the morning now. Still the 13th, 6:23 a.m. these videos have gotten a lot better. Do you see what I mean by if you just start, you're gonna be all right? And if I would have started whenever I was on this path from like getting my first microphone at the flea market, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the flea market's open right now. It's Friday. It opens. I remember I hated Fridays because I had to go work. Don't think that when I go to work, I'm just, oh my God. No. There's days where I feel like that. There's days where I am like, oh my God, I get to work today. What a blessing, God. And I've been feeling a lot more like that recently because I've been trying to align my life a lot more with God, okay? But in the past, there was a lot more days where I'd be stressed. Friday coming around the corner, you know, I just worked basically at school. I told y'all, school is like a job. You work Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day, and you get a 30-minute break. That's what that's doing to you at a school. Traditionally, that's what it's for. If you look into the education, this is stuff that I knew when I was younger, okay? And my character's a little exaggerated, but right now, but I'm serious. Even when I was younger, I would think about this stuff. I had a friend, really smart in school. Like, he was into history and stuff, and I would just ask him questions here and there. He probably didn't even know that's why I was asking him, but he was so just educated on history, and I was like, how do you know about that stuff? And I think he said that his dad would make him sit down and read history books, or just like read when he was getting him in trouble or something. That's a good way to discipline somebody, you know what I mean? And he would just, every day we go to the library. I remember in middle school we would have like a day where we go to the library to check out books. I never returned any of those books, by the way. I don't know who paid it off. Y'all know what I'm talking about? When you check out those books and then it'll show like you can't check out another one. I don't know what books I had checked out, but I lost those junks. And I don't know who paid them. Maybe my mom did one day at the beginning of the school year, but I'm not paying that. I used to think I was so cool. Man, shut your little broken. But yeah, we had a good workout. Was listening to my audios here. I was getting a lot more God stuff today. So that's what I'm saying. It really changes your mood based off of what you're listening to, your environment, stuff like that. Just like the other video, I told you I was got a couple sad audios and I came out gloomy. That's very, very dangerous. That's probably why they wanted to do the whole TikTok selling thing to the US government. You see what I'm talking about? And I'm talking about stuff like that's happening. But basically, if you're in the future and you're watching this, you're playing it back. The US government took TikTok from ByteDance. I think that's who it was. The Chinese CEO or something like that. Or there was a whole 3-year process, I think, that was going on. Lawsuit. Like, for us, basically the US, to get rights of TikTok. And it's because you can control people with social media. You really can. And if everybody's on social media, grandparents, like even my grandma, the little YouTube shorts that she watches, and she knows about stuff from TikTok. You know what I mean? You can control so much from TikTok. If you can do it, if my mood can go from a bad, gloomy mood to a happy one based off of what's being put on my feed, imagine if they can control that now. What's going on your feed? Of course, it's a For You page, but say something goes down, right, with our Iranian stuff. Right now, we'd have been seeing like a whole bunch of bombings and like just a more realistic. That's what was happening a couple months ago with the Israel stuff. Like, there was kids starving, and you know, you seen people like getting blown up on TikTok, like literally gory stuff. And then once the transition happened from China to US, all that stuff is basically gone. I haven't seen none of that. So it just goes to show, be very careful with what people tell you. That's why I tell you, there's no such thing as good people. It talks about it in the Bible, and that's why you got to get right with God. You got to look into the Bible, because a lot of the stuff that's happening right now needs to happen. Yes, Trump might be a bad this and that, but all of this stuff is in the Bible. All of it needs to happen. Think about it. There's bad because there's good because there needs to be bad, and vice versa, like the yin yang. Like, how you know, like I'm telling you, how you know you're in good times if you haven't even experienced a single bad moment in your life. You see what I mean? So just, you know, hold on. I tell you, that's what I've said it before. If you're Hispanic, I'm Mexican, full-blooded. Lock in, please, okay? You know, lock in. If you're Mexican, if you're Hispanic, with everything that's going on, or all the stuff that's going on, don't try to sit there and be rebellious. Do what the Bible tells you to do. Keep working. Keep doing what you're supposed to. Everything has a reason, okay? It may suck, and you're probably like, what the heck are you talking about? Everything has a reason, okay? And if you keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're gonna be okay. Like I said, keep God at the center. And that's why I have the confidence that I do. I didn't know it was from God at first. I thought it was me. And God quickly changed that mindset. I'm telling you right now, He worked His ways. I lost a couple cars, and I started realizing, okay, maybe I'm not as goated as I think I am. You know, you'll start going through experiences where God will show you, you know, there's people that are a little more gifted than others in different areas. There's people that are smarter than me in ways that I can't, like, they're doing math like, boom. I'm just like, what? But my gifts, my character, they can't do things that I do, like people talking or interacting. You know, even Miss Daisy would say it all the time. Where's my grandma? Oh, she's here, okay. I was about to say, I didn't see her van. But I made it to my grandma's house. I'm coming to check. You know, I love this woman. I was here yesterday before I left. And we were just talking. We went to Raleigh yesterday. I told y'all to get her papers figured out for her to, like, go to Mexico and see her mom. And she got a little nervous about the camera, but she does want to do it. I said it earlier in this video. Look at the sweat in the hat and everything. But she said she was going to have food. She was like, make sure you come because there's going to be food here. I got you. But all this hard work, like, I was showing her my muscles yesterday, my forearms. She was like, wow. I was like, yeah, tight. And I was telling her, I was like, you know, changing the topic a little bit from what we were just talking about, but still same kind of thing. I was like, you know, Jesus was probably buff. You know, I've said this before. I talk about it sometimes with certain people. I'm like, Jesus was probably like a little strong. I've seen a TikTok about it, talking about it in the comments. They're like, how much the cross weighed back then in the Roman times. Because when that crucifixion was the worst way you could die, the way Jesus died is the worst punishment back in that time. Like, you know, today in present day, 2026, the worst thing you could get is probably the death chair or something where they give you a last meal. That's mercy. You know what I mean? You get a last good meal. You know, it doesn't matter what you did. I'm pretty sure they still give you whatever dream meal you want. And you get like, I think you have like different ways you can die or something. I don't know. Maybe that's not even a thing. Maybe that's just from something I've seen in a movie. But I think that's a thing, present day. But in the past, it was crucifixion, how Jesus died. And look up how there's a whole movie, Passion of the Christ, that literally is just on his death. And it shows you exactly how he died and how he carried that cross and how heavy that cross was in that time. And you had to carry it and whipping him while he's carrying it. And I was like, I was saying to her yesterday, because I was showing her my muscles, and I was like, you know, flexing on her. Like, I'll be joking a lot. You see it in these videos. Sometimes I'm like, you know, nonchalant. But I was like flexing, and she was like, wow. And I was like, yeah, look at the forearm. And it made me think of Jesus. I was like, imagine how buff he probably was to carry the cross. And he was probably ripped or really buff. Like, just the way that he carried his life, the things that he ate. Look into the Bible, bro. Seriously, look in the Bible, and you're supposed to live like him. That's God in the flesh. That's what we believe. That's what I'm learning now and unlearning my toxic traits were pride, ego, all that. Because I used to think I was him. Little ugly ass boy. Lock in. Disrespectful little boy, hard-headed, cabezón. My bad. You know that? I think that means big head. But yeah, literally, big head. Literally, like, big head. I thought I had a big head. Like, come on now, lock in. Shit, God is good. My bad. Cussing and God in the same sentence. Lock in before I lose my kneecaps. But yeah, she was like, I was like, he must have been buff. Like, imagine how big he was or strong. And she did this. This is exactly what she did. She was like, I was like, what? His mental strength? She was like, I was like, man, you thought you ate. Huss. Don't try to eat me up like that. What's good? Sorry. I'm gonna go in there. This is the end of the video. It's 6:32 in the morning. 6:32 a.m. We got tax money back. You know, it's tax season around that time. We did my taxes yesterday. We got a good amount back. So I'm telling you right now, everything is falling into place exactly how it's supposed to. You know, God has been breaking my character. If he would have given me fame, spotlight, and everything I wanted at the beginning, I would have been this ego. I told you at 16 years old, if I would have got it when I wanted it, and, you know, I would curse at God too. I was that hard-headed, bruh. I would look up at God and I'd be like, why are you making my life so miserable? Like, and I was so full of hate, anger, evil. I literally, hey, you're probably going to be like, okay, yeah, I'm done watching you. But there was a time where I remember thinking, and I was a kid, I was 16 years old enough to know. And I was like, I'm understanding why the devil rebelled. I would say stuff like that to him. Like, I'd look up, I'd be in my bed laying, and I'd lay there, and I'd be like, I understand, because how are you going to sit here and let me suffer like this when I'm trying to help my grandma? I'm trying to help the people that need it. I needed it. But I had so much pride, ego, arrogance. I was good at everything that I possibly could put my mind to. I didn't even want to do school. I'm telling you right now, if I wanted to do school and I dedicated myself to it, I'm doing the steps right now. I literally, I joke a lot. I joke a lot, and people misunderstand my character. when you get me right off the bat, I joke a lot with you, and you get like there's people, like I said, there's people who have thrown comments at me, and they've been like, "You? How do you know that?" Because of the character that I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just, that's a whole nother video. But I'm telling you right now, there's a reason why I was in the AIG class. I was passing Mr. Compton's class because I told y'all the way that he spoke to me, he really touched my heart. The way that I've talked about in these other videos, the things that I took serious and the things I didn't take serious. And all that was just pride and ego and all these self-improvement books. I was educated. I started using these little, I'm not going to say the names, do your own research, because like I said, the TikTok shop, and then people will clip that. I promise you, if I make it to where I'm going, where I God willing, right, they're going to try to take clips. Oh, Sollracz, TikTok shop, click the link right here. Just greedy people making money. I'm not, do your own research on the books that you got to read to grow your character. But the book you need to read is the Bible, bruh. You need to read that. I haven't even finished reading that, but I've listened to audiobooks, open a couple pages while the audiobook is going on in my ear. I got my headphones in, I'm looking at it, reading it, and it's like food for the spirit, for the soul. It feels good. And then I'll look up at God. I'm like, I see why you didn't give me what I needed. You didn't, I couldn't. There's so much more that's happened in this year at 21, at my 21 years old, compared to my 16-year-old self. Like, there's just so much, and it's all because of God. I'm still sweating, bro. Holy yap. But we're gonna make it to where we're going, God willing. You know, I don't know what God has planned for me, but he gives you visions. You have something planned for you. Everybody has their own setting, or everybody has their own little spot that they got to do. You got to do something, and it's all lined up to God. Every single person, the quiet one, it doesn't matter if you think you're nerdy, if you're not this, you're not that, you're drunk, you go to the club all the time. It doesn't matter. Every single person has a way to God that leads other people to God. I don't know how to explain it, but you'll see it, and when you see it, you'll know it. You see what I mean? I don't know. It's just everybody's on their own path, okay? And there's a reason why I didn't get what I needed at that age, and I've talked to God. You know, you're probably thinking of me differently because of something I just said when I was 16, but I've talked to God, and that's between me and him. You know, I'm like, you know what, God, I understand now. You know, because I've rebelled against my mom and my dad, my stepdad, okay? I've rebelled against them, and I've said mean things to them. I'm not just this little angel, perfect child that you guys may see now. Probably right now, you probably look at me and you're like, man, I'm just watching you just so that I can look at your videos and be like, my life is going better than yours. You see what I mean? I don't care, you know, but it's the fact that I don't know how you look at me now, right now, 2026, March 13th, right? But my goals align with God now, and I'm trying to fix, because I was all me, all focused on me, all Carlos, all Sollracz. How can I get better than the next person? How can I be better than everybody else and move up and get to my YouTube and be better than all these other YouTubers, all these other streamers, anybody in the world, any leader, anything? How can I be the best, you know? And I didn't have the love that I have now. My grandma was always at the center of that. I loved her so much, even growing up. I used to tell her, she used to tell me to do not sag, you know, pull your pants up, because I used to think I was cool. I used to be trying to pull my pants down a little bit, like, and she'd be like, don't do that, please, Mijo, like, work hard. And I'm like, you know, and that sort of like, what is the word, empathy? I don't know, that it was emotional when she told me that, and I was like, you know what, I got you. I was like, don't worry, because I was young, like, we had conversations like this. I was like, I'm gonna take care of you, and that's playing out now. We'll go to the store. I don't even like to talk about it, but she's taken care of even now. If I don't make it as my dreams or YouTube goals, whatever, God has a plan for everything, and I promise you she's going to be okay. And I talked about it in this video earlier. She's always going to be all right no matter what, because there's people who love her. You know, even the small amount of people that are here watching now, you guys will learn to love her, okay? Y'all, like, she's just that much of a good person. She's a good soul, and she's done so much, bruh. She really has, okay? And yeah, I talked a lot passionately. I'm going inside now. I gotta go talk to my grandma. She's probably getting ready for work right now. You know, I like going in there, just talking to her, sitting with her, helping her cook and cut stuff up, and, you know, get ready for the day, and tell her have an amazing day at work. And the other day I seen her, she left her food here the other day. I'm about to wrap it up. She left her food here the other day, and I was sitting at the table. She drove off, and she doesn't have a phone. She has a flip phone, I told y'all. She calls it a cacahuate. I don't know why. A coconut, really? A peanut. She calls it a peanut. It's like little small flip phone. She doesn't like TikTok, none of that stuff, but she'll watch YouTube shorts. Lock in, girl. And what's it called? She left her food here, And I seen it at the table. My uncle there, he was like, go take her food. Oh, man, say less. I grabbed that food and I drove to the factory, and I got to see, I don't know if I talked about it on the videos, but there's a see-through door in the factory. This is the first time I'm seeing it. And God does that for a reason. Like, there's a reason she forgot her food. She doesn't ever do that. She's so disciplined, and the time she's clocked, she's told me she's only been late twice to work in the 20-something years she's been there. And it was I think one of them was, she said to take my sister to school or something because she woke up late. Or my aunt, really. But my sister, I've explained it before. If I haven't, then I'll go back into it another time. But that's my sister. And then there was another time, it was like a doctor's appointment or something like that. And she had a note or something. But that's the only 2 times. Other than that, she's been on work all the time. So I try to reflect that at every job that I've been at. I've tried to be on time and hold, because of her, because of God. You see what I mean? You see how good God is? And when I took her food to work, I got to see how she was working. Like, I got to the door, and like it's like a traditional classroom. It's like a classroom. Everybody's standing up though, and they're working. Like, everybody. And I'm like, where's my grandma at? I can't open the door, but you can see everybody standing and working. And then I finally see her out of all these people that are just standing there working on stuff, like, just standing. I'm telling you, that's why I appreciate the job that I have, because I don't have to do as much work. That's why I put in the work that I do on my job. I said I was wrapping up, but I'm talking about my grandma now, so we get a little passionate about it. She's going to have to wait. She's probably like, what's he doing in that car? But I seen her. She started coming towards me. This just happened like last week, a couple days ago, maybe even 4 days ago, probably. You know, the days start to blend together because I'm all overtime, the work, all the stuff just starts blending together. The videos, editing, all this. You got to keep in mind I'm doing a lot behind closed doors. But this probably was a couple days ago, maybe 3, 4, or a week ago. And I see her coming towards me. And this is the first time I've ever seen her working. Like, I didn't know that I could just go see her at work like that. Like, just look at the door and you can see that. You can't do that at my job now. You can't see us working there. Like, there's a whole gate protecting the whole working, like, the factory. You know what I mean? But like, I can see her coming towards me, and like, she grabs the food. She's like, "Thank you, Papa." She was so excited just to see me. Like, she looked around to see if anybody else see me, because I'm a little tall compared to other Mexicans. Like, and like, it was just a bunch of Mexican people in there. She talks to me about her work and everything, and she was just looking around like, but he's like, "Yeah, this is my grandson. Every time we're out somewhere, she'll be like, this is my nieto." Like, what? Nieto? Isn't that like niece or something? Like, nephew? I don't know Spanish and English like that, but basically she'll tell people, this is my grandson, and she's like smiling. She's like, this is my grandson. And then they look up at me, what the fuck? My bad. Cause like, I'm telling you, look at the Mexicans aren't that tall. And I'm not tall, but you know, shit, I'm tight. Yeah. That's that pride and that ego. You know, I'm gonna wake up, no kneecaps, boom. I gotta chill. But and I seen that, and it just emphasized my work a lot more. Like, I went to work the next couple days, and I was like, I'm putting in triple the amount of work, because now I only seen that she was waking up and going to work, but she's been doing this standing there. And I remember she told me when she went to work, when she first started working at this factory, she's been there since we basically got here from, you know, Mexico, California, all that stuff. I'll go into that story another time, but we're from Mexico, dang near, okay? That's what the Mexican traditional story. Everybody's coming here for a better life, right? She's been at that factory since basically we got here into North Carolina, Thomasville. And that's 20-something years. And what's it called? She told me she told me another story when she was working. Like, she had worked so hard, she had to go to the hospital, like, to get her shoulders checked out, because like it was just so cramped up. Do you see the amount of work that she's putting in? And her body's used to that now. She can stand there and do that for hours now. You see what I mean? That's why I'll go to work and people talk about me at any job, even at McDonald's. I didn't know this is what she was doing, but I would know that she was going to work. We were sleeping on the floor here at this house that I'm at now, at my grandma's house. And every time I was at work, and people think I'm trying to compete with them. I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm trying to take care of what I got going on at home, my grandma. You can screw off somewhere. There's so many people that have come up to me and said slick comments like, I'm telling you, people are evil, and they're so full of themselves and prideful where they think that you're there to take their job or do something to take over their spot. I'm not here for you, buddy. I'm here because of my grandma, bro. Like, they'll be like, why are you working so hard? You're doing too much. Stocking up sauces at McDonald's, sweeping the floor, getting stuff, make sure everybody's prepared. Older women, make sure they're good. Everybody, I'll make sure they're good. And people will call, you're people pleasing. It ain't what? It was people pleasing. It is. But I don't care, because there's women like her, there's people like her all around the world that put their best foot forward and they get nothing out of it, bro. They get scraps. So it doesn't hurt me, because God made me the way that I am. It doesn't bother me if I work a couple extra hours to help somebody out or open up this or do that. And that's what God tells us to do. And you see how he's working his ways and how my mind has changed from being prideful that I'm so strong in myself that I give credit to God now. You see what I mean? It's changing. But it's 6:43 in the morning and I seen her working at factory. I'm about to go in there now. Really, I got to go in there and see her because I like to see her before she goes to work. I got to work this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But yeah, man, just know that the way that I work, you'll hear about it, and it's all to glorify God, bro. Right now, back then, it was to glorify me. I used to love hearing it, dude. If you work with Carlos, just wait till you work with Carlos. This dude is goated. Like, this dude is really good. And I would be like, yeah, like, wait till you work with me. Like, I was prideful. But now, I try not to say nothing. Like, I try to just work, and people, like, say stuff, and, oh, you're a good dude. No. Nobody's a good person. I used to think I was a good person. I used to think I was Captain America, Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, I got this. Like, I'm nice. I'm doing all this for my grandma. But I was an a-hole. I was a pain in people's lives. I would say slick stuff. I was not the person that I'm trying to grow and turn into. You know what I mean? I'm stressed. I'm not stressed. That's not the. What does it say? I just got a lot out. That felt good. We had a good workout today. We had a good 2 days off. We're going right back to it, getting the weekend done, working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we're going to work these 7 days in a row. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then off the weekend. We got it. You see? God strengthens your spirit and your soul. And there's no way that I could be doing this because I would get exhausted back in the past. And I'd be like, dude, I can't do this. God, why are you doing this to me? But now it's like, God, I see what you're doing. And I'm going to get it done. You see? And I have way more energy when I refresh my spirit with the word of God and I listen to the Bible, and you got to do the same. If you're struggling or you're exhausted or anything, just listen to the Bible somehow and you'll see. My grandma's warming up her car. I love you guys. I got to go. It was a long, good conversation, good different style video. Y'all have a good day and just work hard, okay? Anything you're doing, doesn't matter how much you're making, put your best foot forward. If you're at McDonald's, talk about Wendy's, any fast food restaurant, you're basically bottom of the barrel, call it for what it is. Most people don't work those jobs. Put your best foot forward and you're going to get a lot out of it. God is watching, okay? I believe in God. If you don't, hopefully one day you will. There's just a car that's been sitting there since the moment I've been talking. Can you see those headlights right there? He can probably see right there on my finger. He's probably just sitting there like, what? Or maybe that's just somebody waiting for their kid to get picked up for school. It's Friday. Lock in. Not everything's about you, Sollracz. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you guys. Go get that work done, bro. Go do something, okay? God loves you. He really does, all right? Way more than you think. Maybe you don't know it now, or maybe you do. But just know he's there, okay? He's there for me right now. So that's why I can work all this overtime, if you're wondering. I'm telling you, we're going to start implementing God a lot more, and you're starting to see that, okay? Love y'all. We're very close to the PC. I'm telling you right now, we just got tax money back. We're super close. Way more closer than you may think, okay? But I said that the main goal of these videos was to unravel my past, my present, and my goals for the future, okay? And that's days, because I get comments. Why is it taking so long? You're still doing it from anybody. Why are you still doing those long-ass videos, bro? Be patient. Everything has a purpose, and I'm going to get to where I'm going. Just have faith in the Lord, and I'm going to take care of some of y'all. Some of y'all are goated. Some of y'all locked in, and you know it. you know Big Daddy going to get you right. Yeah, I love you guys. See y'all tomorrow, man.